Hello, and welcome to Dragon's Lair podcast. Today we will be having a special guest known as Catmanjoe. Well, he should be here shortly. He's just running a little late, I'm assuming. Well then, while we wait, let's talk about the new update that's coming out for Minecraft. Let's see. The Caves and Cliffs Part 2 in 1.18. Let's see. According to this, there's going to be some interesting features added in. There's a new music disc titled Other Side. They're completely changing the caves, apparently, which now go down to -59 on the y-axis. That should be pretty interesting on new builds. Wait, does that mean that bedrock goes to -50 or -60, or does that mean that bedrock goes to 0 and there's a way to get past bedrock now? That should be interesting to see how that plays out. Oh, they're adding more commands. Let's see, what's this one? JFR, Java Flight Recorder. That's interesting. And they're adding a new font. The font is the Minecraft Dungeons Rune font. It's called Illager Alt. 2 new languages added, in case you're from other countries. Lombard, not sure where that's from, and Toki Pona. Well, while I'm here, might as well show you some of Catmanjoe while we're waiting. Let's see. So, share screen. This is Catmanjoe. This is his channel, at least. So he's got 55,000 subscribers. He's doing pretty good, I'd say. He does a survival world, survival island world, which is going on 70 episodes now. And he gets pretty creative with it. As soon as 1.18 releases, that will be moving over to Bedrock. And he also has another channel known as the Forgotten Podcast. It's his little podcast, where I say little podcast channel. It's pretty good. I think I was on there. It's been a while now. That one's currently at 1,020. 1.27K, which isn't exactly 1,270, but it's roughly around there. And I definitely recommend you checking them out. I have them both linked in the description, so I'm gonna go check them out. And let's see here. Oh, yes. He also does achievement videos, and he also does some command block. And my personal favorite is, where is it? Yes, he does some duplication glitches, which I think are pretty cool. He's got them out for Borderlands and Dead Island. You should also check out his Twitch, which I will be adding into the description. So, while we're waiting, let's see, share audio. All right, and then we can check out some of his videos. I'm sure he won't mind the publicity. Let's check out this one. And that is Catmanjoe right there. Still not sure where he's at. Just running a little behind, I would assume. And we can also check out his podcast channel. This is his podcast channel. And the most recent podcast, he normally does it with just upcoming streamers and finding out how they're doing and all that. It's basically the premise of everyone in the YouTube community matters, not just the bigger people. And let's see. Do a couple of minutes of this. And that is the Forgotten Podcast channel. And let's see if I can get a hold of Catmanjoe. All right. So in the meantime, I guess we can talk about more of the Minecraft, I'd say. So I had this idea. Hear me out. um, miniaturized redstone, because yes, redstone is kind of like power in a way, but if you could make like computer chips, or not even just that, like small devices, um, and you'd have to have like a tool for this, or a crafting block for this. But if you could break down and make smaller things like customized redstone lamps, or um, redstone, let's see, or redstone, I don't know. It's an idea that I have in my head, but I haven't quite thought it all the way out. It could be anything from a lamp to, trying to think what would be more Minecrafty, because that's practical anyway. Because there are people that like to make TVs and stuff, but it's not really practical. It's more um, visual, I'd say. Um, in a way, it'd be kind of like doing, because in the real world you had different sizes of wire, and you go with the larger ones for bigger projects, like say a dam, or a power plant, right? And I'm sure there's mods for this, but I mean, like, it's an idea that Mojang could take into effect with, not just the smaller, or not, I guess, not with the modding community, but with the actual, like, overall. It's kind of like the idea when they added in, um, essentially wireless redstone, when they added the, what is it? The target block. I don't know why that took me so long to think about it. The target block, and then they're adding in some plant-based redstone, with the new update, and that should be coming out next week, if I'm informed correctly. Let's see here. It should be coming out next week, so around Monday or Tuesday. It's one of those 2 days. According to this, it'll be coming out in 6 days, so I'd say Monday. Some people probably won't get it till Tuesday because different systems have different update times. Like Apple and Android have 2 different update times. So they normally get theirs later. And welcome.
Shalom. How's it going? Good to see you. How's it going?
So I showed off some of your channel, and I also showed off some of the Forgotten podcast.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good.
Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. Sorry for the slight delay. I know you've been live for like 30 minutes, and I apologize. We did agree. I'm sure you probably explained this. Maybe you didn't. I'm not sure. But we did agree inherently on like, all right, okay, 8 o'clock was the time. And it's actually currently right now still 7:27 for me. So like I'm technically 30 minutes early if we're going off our initial plan. Technically, I'm saying.
So I had asked him if 2 o'clock my time was good, and the confusion because the hour ahead because the time changed.
Yeah, because of winter time. That's the thing. So it's just kind of flung everything into the mix. I can't lie. That's what it's been. So it's kind of been a bit of a weird thing, a bit of a weird throw off. But how you doing, man? It's good to be here.
I'm doing good.
I'm glad to hear.
So I had an idea. And
okay.
Hear me out. So if Minecraft had miniaturized redstone, almost like computer wiring,
right?
I think it would be a lot more. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Realistic.
Yes, realistic, but not to the point to where it's like not Minecraft.
I mean, well, that's the thing. It's Minecraft's a block-based game. You know, it's not made to be realistic. We have a thing called a creeper that explodes when it gets too close to you. I've not seen one of those in real life, at least not yet. You know, like we have creepers, right? But they're not actual like green exploding things. They're predators that are watching for children. So it's like, I think if we're adding a sense of realism to it, you could hypothetically add anything. You could say, oh well, we need cars. You know, that's a real thing. You know, we need plumbing, we need electricity. It's an interesting concept. I think the idea of a miniature redstone like system though, it's like, how could it get any more miniature? Currently, redstone, you know, in general, really it works on a 1x1 block race, basis, where it's like, you know, you have redstone dust, you place it down, it's only taking up the space of one singular block. If you had it any smaller, we'd have like how much smaller would you be referencing?
When I say miniature, it would be like there's a crafting block that you would use to craft certain redstone items. Like you can make custom redstone lamps or just customized redstone objects, I'd say.
Okay, I mean, and what would you want in that kind of regard? If it was up to you somehow, right? Like if you were and you were in charge here right now, like you didn't have to make it, but you had all the ideas at hand, and you could just be like, all right, make this, and they would make it. What would you use this redstone for?
I guess aesthetics.
See, that's the thing though, right? It's practical use versus aesthetics. If it was practical use, then it's okay. Then there's a bit more of a logical point to it. If it's just aesthetics, then it's like, all right, well, it looks kind of cool. You know, I like it. You know, so like that's why I've got it. You know, it doesn't really do anything. You know, it's like having like a car steering wheel on your wall, or like like something like that. Like it's redundant. It's not you walk up to it and start driving it. It's just for aesthetics. But like it doesn't have to have a purpose. I think that's the idea of furniture. I think that's kind of why Minecraft have not made any for. I've been a bit of a campaigner to a slight degree about adding more furniture to Minecraft. Now, what I mean by more furniture is like more decorations, like paintings and whatnot, but even things like chairs that you can sit down on, right? And I think that'd be an awesome little addition to the game. But people have kind of corrected me and said the reason why they don't want to do that is because it takes some of the creativity out of what the game is. Because if you had chairs then that you can actually properly sit down on, why would you be creative enough to build a basically something that you can't sit on, but I think that looks like a chair, like a minecart with like a backboard against it, that kind of works like a chair. It takes some of the creativity out. It's the same idea of backpacks, why they didn't add that, because it takes some creativity out of the game. And I think the idea of like adding miniature redstone Interesting idea. Again, it's not a practical use; it's more for aesthetics. But it'd be an interesting one, regardless. But I don't think they would ever add it because, of course, if it's got no practical use, that's how it is.
Yeah, I had that idea while you were delayed.
I was late. If you're wondering where I was, I actually, because I did say this is why I was kind of worried about coming on here at 7, because I've been very busy today. I've had a very busy day, but I was actually at the store. So when you, like, I got back here about 1:15. So I got back, I raced to the store, I raced back. I was like, I'm going to be late, but I'll be here to an extent on time. All right. And I got back in and made myself a cup of tea right here. I've got a beautiful, gorgeous cup. I got this right here, of course. And I've got that. And I had to get changed, obviously, because I want to look presentable. I was trying to look for my white shirt and my tie, but I couldn't find it. So I was like, okay, we're going to settle for this beautiful t-shirt. But it actually looks like a shirt as well, because obviously I have the collar and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, we'll settle for this.
Well, I had originally planned on wearing something nice, and then on my new laptop, my camera has a problem with wanting to work with StreamYards. So
Right.
I have to like go into the device manager and delete it and reset it
Right. Okay.
for it to
That's
work.
kind of odd.
And
I was going to say, you don't have a, because I was going to say, you know, there's no face cam right now. I was like, am I missing something? Have I just been not seeing this face cam since I got in this call? But like, no, there's actually no face cam. I was sitting there genuinely like, when you said it there, I'm like, am I missing something?
I have a face cam, but I haven't figured out how to get it to work 100% of the time yet.
Is it a plug in, or does it, like, do you have to mess with settings?
No, I have to go into the settings, and it's built into it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what kind of webcam is it? But it's not. It's an in-camera laptop.
Yeah.
Or built in. Oh, god darn, man. It should work. If you click the cam/mic settings, it should enable it. And he just hung up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while I'm hosting the show, my name is Joe. Hope you're having a fantastic night. Our host for the evening has just dipped off all of a sudden. He's back now. Here we go. God dang. Left me run the show. God dang. Big brain, mate. Click the wrong button. You must have said click cam/Mikey, click leave studio. That's what it is. Jesus Christ. Biggest brain move of all time. I gotta give this right. So for anybody here who doesn't already know who's watching Dragin, I owe a lot of thanks to Dragin, by the way, and thank you, Dragin. I gotta say it right here right now, because Dragin, if anybody doesn't already know, he uses StreamYard. Right, this is StreamYard's a phenomenal site that I didn't know about until I actually done our podcast. Me and Dragin when Dragin so politely got me on the show, and when I came on, I got introduced to StreamYard, and I was so blown away by how easy it was to use and how you could use it and actually work with it with such minimal equipment. Like for me at that point in time, I was using this trashy laptop that's over here. I can't really even show you right now. It's over there on my bed. But right now, obviously, I've got a PC here. I'm on PC. I've got a brand new webcam. That's how, compared to our previous episode, when I came on before, now 4 months ago, actually back in June. Since then till now, I've got a PC. We've upgraded quite a bit. But god darn, Dragin hasn't got a damn face cam. It's sinful. Dragin, you're making the people wait out. I'm saying it's simple.
I mean, I can fix that if I use my phone and my computer. I can use the face cam, but then I'd have to take this one off. So
what do you mean take this one off?
So
you just headbutted the mic. Doosh doosh. Hold a second. Concussion. It's all. Give me a minute. Hold a second.
I'll show you.
You've not got your webcam. How are you going to show me? You're going to like hold it to the invisible camera? Like, yeah, look at this. See this? Can you see it? It's like going up to a blind guy and saying, hey, can you see what's on this card? Can you see it? Look at it. Oh, guess. You know what I'm saying? Take a guess. Come on. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh, wow. There's two of them. You're saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is worrying. There we go. God damn, man's got his camera. This looks much better. Now there's two of you. You're very overpowering now. See, like it's just so strong for us. That's what it is. But look, that looks great. There you go, right there. You do know, as a word of the wise kind of thing, right? You do know that you can turn the face cam. Like you can switch this around, right? Like it's like, for example, you could just drag me to the left and I'd be on the left.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
There you go. I learned it. See, since there you go. See, you're saying that now. I'm looking towards you. That's how it is, right? But since you introduced me to StreamYard, we didn't use it right away. 4 months ago when you introduced me to it, we used it once. And that was to record do you mind if I say I don't want to plug my own podcast? I don't want to be plugging anything like
Sure,
that.
go
Is that
ahead.
cool?
Go
You
ahead.
sure? Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Well, we recorded an episode of the Forgotten Podcast called it's called Dragon's Downfall, and it was quite weird because it's like obviously Dragon's Downfall, your dragon as well. It was not obviously about you though, of course. It's about
Yeah.
another dragon, another guy in the community. I think you probably heard about him last night, maybe if you were in the stream. I think till that point. But anyway, we recorded that episode with it, and I was just in love with it. I was like, StreamYard is phenomenal. It's so easy to set up. You don't need to make an email or an account. You can, but you don't need to. It's amazing. So I was like, I want to use this. Ended up buying the subscription, like to pay for it. And I paid for it for 3 months concurrently, every single month. And I didn't even upload a podcast, didn't even record on it once. I didn't know. I ended up getting my bank statements about maybe last month, a month and a half ago, or something like that. I think it was about a month ago. I got my bank statements. And when I got my bank statements, I saw it was like, oh, you've been paying, Amazon Prime, blah, 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 blah. Oh, StreamYard. And I was like, what? StreamYard? When have I been paying for StreamYard? And it kind of blew me away a little bit. So I checked and logged in. And I found out I still been paying for it. And, it was conveniently good. But I was like, God dang. But no, I love StreamYard, man. I've been using it so much, obviously, for the Forgotten Podcast. And I've learned so many great things with it. Like, for example, like you right now use this like Dragon's Lair, right, as your background, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you can have a GIF on here. I'm sure you might know that.
Yes.
Yeah, you can add GIFs as long as it's like they're small enough. On TFP, we like the idea of having a still image, but we also like the concept of having like a moving image, like something that was like a background that's constantly moving. Because the Dragon's Lair right now that you've got currently, it's a very blurry photo, right? No disrespect, of course, I'm sure you know that.
I mean, I've
but
also
there you
got that one right there.
Well, there you go. Exactly. So you can do that, right? And that's brilliant. But it's cool. Like you can actually do so many cool little things with it, man. It's brilliant. But like we add like GIFs onto ours because it's nice. It's like a little movement, a small movement, not a lot, but a little bit. I'm sure you know as well. You can share your screen. Like you can do so much with StreamYard. It's phenomenal. Like if I go like this right now, I mean, I can just give you an example. Let me just try and see if I can share with you my desktop share screen because I'm fairly new to it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right. Go ahead.
Wait, make sure if you're ever sharing your screen and you want to share the audio, you click on the audio thing.
Yeah. Well, let me just try this out here 1 second. Share screen. We choose a window, and you can choose Chrome tab. There we go. Fantastic, and it's brilliant. Like this right here. Seeing this like the way it was there, like obviously you got to add it to the show, obviously the actual screen, right? You're like, yeah, but it's cool because you can be like, all right, let me make a point here, let me just like, okay, let me show you this is what we're talking about, here's the messages, etc. You know what I mean? Whatever. It's a really brilliant little premise, and it definitely is. It's phenomenal, honestly. I can't blame StreamYard. It's phenomenal, their site. They've just recently added teams to it as well, so you can actually share accounts. So if you're like, say you run like your show, let's say like for example TFP, right? I run TFP with my co-host Mass Cynic, a lovely guy, Joseph. I love him. He's one of my best friends, and also he's like a little brother. We've worked together so well for many years now. But he's a team member of our account because we share it on the same email. But it's handy because two people can use it. But it's just brilliant. Honestly, StreamYard it's a top tier thing. That you just it's phenomenal. Like I'm very thankful I know about it, and thanks to you obviously, of course. But it's just it's amazing. It's bloody it's phenomenal. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they've only just recently added the corner face cam thing.
The corner face. Oh yeah.
Like if you click on it and say you have something on screen, you'll just go into the corner here.
Yeah, and it's brilliant. I love that. I think that's so cool because it's like, again, for what I do with the TFP obviously version, I can't give too many spoilers, right? Because obviously I like to keep my episodes quite secret until like we're about a week away. Normally it's like the Wednesday before every episode that we release of the Forgotten Podcast. They come out every Saturday, 6 p.m. GMT or it's BGT or whatever it is, like the UK time. But what we do is we've got an episode coming up soon. I can't give any spoilers as to which episode, but we have an episode coming up soon, and it's a pretty big episode. We're not getting a guest on the show, but it's more of a documentary. I can't really say too much without obviously my co-host can be permission. I don't want to spoil it, but we're going to be using that feature, being able to show messages, being able to show screenshots, whatever it be, and it's brilliant. I think it'll be so awesome. And it's such an amazing premise, and that's why I love it, StreamYard as well. Like it's even as well like the little custom names. Like I mean, you can see Dragon Slayer 001, El Presidente CMJ. I love it. You can change the names, you can change the colors. I mean, for us, we have the colors labeled. So like we have 4 different tiers of episodes. We have red rated episodes, purple rated, green rated, and blue rated, and it depends on the guest or what we're doing. That's the rating. But with those episodes, we have the different colors on the episode thumbnail, but also as well like on the screen like this, where like you can see like like the text for the names. It's different. It's brilliant. It's phenomenal. I love StreamYard. I feel like we're plugging it. We said this last time. Sponsor StreamYard. Sponsor
StreamYard.
Dragon's podcast.
StreamYard.
Sponsor my podcast. Hit us up. Come on, we're good people. Please, we deserve it.
I'm giving you free publicity here.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Free publicity. That's what it is, man. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. God damn, man.
So apparently Sam B was in here like 4 minutes
was he?
ago.
Okay. Right. Let me just check. And I see him. Hello. I was going to say what we could do is let me get your actual podcast up right now. I'm not obviously in the chat. I don't want to have it echoing or anything like that. Right. One second. Let me get here. I'll get it right now. Give me just a second. What we'll do is we'll get it in the Discord and let some peeps come check it out. Hopefully, if they want to come check it out, and it'd be very sweet. I think you agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very pog. Get some questions going. So, I mean, what did you want to talk about this episode? What was it? I'm sure you had some sort of basis.
So, I mostly at the beginning I wanted to talk mainly about your channel and how all of that goes on, with your podcast and all that, and then I wanted to get into what potential updates could be coming out after 1.18, and what you would want to see come out of Minecraft after that point.
Okay. Let me just add everybody here right now. That's so interesting. It's some interesting topics. Excuse me. One second. Let me just go like this here. Sorry, man. You can continue. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. I'm just trying to type stuff here.
No, you're fine. Let's see. So, I was looking up. Apparently, Minecraft is supposed to be coming out to Java Edition on Monday.
That's Wait. Did you say Minecraft or Minecraft 1.18?
The 1.18, the part 2.
Tuesday, the 30th of November. We don't know the exact time, sadly. It'll be about probably 4 or 5 in the afternoon, but that'll be the exact time it's coming out. Very interesting. I'm very excited for it. It's gonna be very awesome, man. Tuesday though, it's very exciting. I've got some big plans for it. Honest, I'll share them with you in a second. Let's see.
Now, what I'm gonna find interesting about it is they've made it to where it's smooth transitioning. So if it's an old world and you put it into a newer version, like how it had the border wall around it, and then you bring it into a newer version, it'll transition into that instead of it being like a desert biome in the middle of a forest. It would be desert transition into a forest. It wouldn't just be like you see the borderline wall where it was.
Yeah, I get you. There we go, just putting a little announcement here. There we go, like that. All right, we're good. Sorry, just putting something on the Discord right there. All right, hopefully she gets some more peeps in here right now. World generation, which is obviously, I'm presuming what you're talking about, of course, with it, right? Yes. World generation. With this new update, it's changing, but it's not getting worse, and that's very interesting, actually. It's what they've already kind of discussed more recently is that because obviously 1.18 is it's probably one of the biggest updates subjectively we've had yet for Minecraft, actually, in the past few years. Some people might look at Update Aquatic or the Village and Pillage, or even the, I'd say, Caves and Cliffs Part 1, but that wasn't really anything. Even the Nether update, 1.16, they would say that those were big updates, which, and to some extent they were, but the 1.18 is truly the biggest update we've had in many years, in fact, I'd say, because it's the first update to actually full-on change how caves are generated, how terrain is generated in such a large scale. It increases the height limit, and it also decreases the height limit underneath as well, or the mine limit. It's so substantial to an extent, it's actually very interesting, honestly. But world terrain isn't really be affected too much or too greatly. I've got a world that, as well, you've been in the streams, that we're moving from Minecraft Legacy 1.14 edition to Bedrock edition, and I've already seen that world, how I believe it should look once it's moved to 1.18. And with that, the terrain almost looks like it's unchanged. It looks like it's meant to be with it, because it's such a natural conversion. It's not too sharp or too weird or anything like that. It's a very nice natural conversion that doesn't feel too intruding, and it's very exciting. Honestly, this new terrain update is going to be rather interesting, to say the least. 100,000%.
And apparently, from watching one of your videos, I learned that there's going to be not infinite world, but
World border.
No, the terrain generation. It was I can't remember what it's called. But it's where it's like obscenely over what it
Amplified,
should be. Yeah,
amplified,
amplified.
amplified. Amplified is it's coming back to Bedrock Edition hopefully in the future, but it's not coming back with this update. It's coming to Java Edition, back to Java Edition with this update. From what I understand, from what I've been able to gather from Twitch, or it's from Twitch, from Twitter and whatnot, from the Minecraft developers and that kind of stuff. As of right now, bringing this Bedrock Edition is something that they wish to do, but it's not something that I don't think they can do right now. Or it's just, at least it's not in the priorities. But it is coming to Java Edition because it was removed with 1.17, I believe, or with 1.18's betas. And normally it's never removed, but it's because the issue was for them was they were trying to kind of balance getting the terrain itself perfect for normal worlds, and then obviously making the amplified variant. And the amplified variant, it's very different, which is why it was such a, I think, hassle for them. And that's why just recently they were able to finally say, hey, listen, it's coming back. We have it, with the full-on release of 1.18, which is going to be very interesting. Again, it's going to look pretty good, amplified with this new sort of terrain generation in general. Amplified mountains and obviously caves and all that kind of stuff, and cliffs. With amplified on top of those things, it'll just be substantially amazing. I personally can't wait. It's going to be just insane.
Yeah. And I'm also looking forward to I want them to do an overhaul on Redstone, just like, I don't know, give it some more uses, because there's a lot of things like, say, if you go from Java to Bedrock, how in Java you can't move certain items, but in Bedrock you can.
Yeah.
Like, say, with the chest, you can't move a chest in Java, but you can move a chest in Bedrock. And that would be interesting to see if they could change that up.
What do you mean by moving a chest though? Like, is it like?
So like, if you use pistons,
Oh yeah.
a piston can push a chest in Bedrock, but it can't push a chest in Java. Or like, this isn't really a Redstone thing, but say in Java Edition, how you cannot, or not, I probably should say it like Bedrock. You can dye the water in a cauldron, but in Java Edition you can't.
Oh, can you not?
No.
Oh wow, I never knew that. I learn something every day, but no, I never knew that. But that'd be priority that you're talking about. Then it'd be like priority changes that make all additions equal. That's kind of what you're talking about. Priority is inherently what everybody wants, and it does often happen. We get small aspects of priority. Vanilla, like you get Java priority and Bedrock priority, and what it basically is in a nutshell is where they're just trying to make Bedrock Edition more like Java. There's a few things that Java Edition has that say Bedrock doesn't have, and obviously there's a few things that Bedrock has that Java doesn't have, and they're just trying to make it both of them relatively the same. Your mic's fuzzing a little bit, by the way.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah. Static, it's kind of on. Just thought I'd let you know.
Is that better?
It sounds like a shower in the background.
Oh, hang on. That would be my my room is right next to the bathroom, so.
Oh, so is there someone in the shower?
Yes.
Ah, there you go. See, yeah, that's how good Joey is. You know what I'm saying? Got some good ears. You know what I'm saying? They call me Catman because of that. It's because of the ears. God darn. There you go. Someone's taking a shower while you're trying to record a very interesting podcast. Stop. You know what I'm saying? Get out. God dang. Absolutely. It's just shameful. So unprofessional. Sorry, if anybody's wondering, I'm just trying to fix my lighting. That's why I'm trying to get us all balanced. Oh, that sounds wicked.
What?
The shower. You know what I'm saying? The god dang, man. Sounds like they're trying to bury someone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. Oh, I mean, it sounds like a kettle. I'm like, what? It's honestly peculiar. I'm like, god dang, that's how. I thought you may be boiling the kettle. I thought there was like some sort of water boiling. I was kind of confused, kind of lost for a minute. I was like, okay, you do you. It is what it is.
I'm trying to change my mic settings.
Oh, I don't think you can hide that. I don't think you can. You're gonna have to go join them in the shower in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Take us in with you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome everybody. My name is Dragon Slayer 001. I'm reporting live from the shower. You know what I'm saying? We're recording a brand new podcast in here. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, want me to scrub your back? Turn around. I got you covered. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a bit rather odd. You know what I'm saying?
This is not how I expected this to go.
I mean, I wouldn't. I can't lie. I've never once went in to record a podcast with the intention of, I expect to hear the shower in the background. I expect to hear somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. I mean, I don't. My bedroom isn't right next to a shower. In all fairness, but it's like that's the thing.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So on another note, what was I gonna say?
The shower's loud. I'm saying, sorry, no, go ahead. What was your on another note?
So what are your plans for the bedrock version of your island survival?
We really, it's a bit odd because we haven't really fully planned ahead that much. Our plans inherently are just to enjoy it. I mean, that's what it is. For me, it's a big thing, moving to Bedrock Edition. It might sound a little bit kind of like absurd to some people, like, oh, a big thing, you're just moving to a new version of the game. It's, for me, Bedrock Edition, Legacy, hand in hand. Legacy is better for its UI, for its just its general gameplay. Bedrock's better because of its crossplay, servers, realms, and, you know, even new features, right? So there is a lot that outweighs Legacy on Bedrock. But in general, I'm just, personally, for me, I'm excited just to take this new leap, you know, for all the new people that can come join us. Like, if everybody, including yourself and, you know, other good friends of mine, Sam B, who's in here right now. How you doing, Sam? How you doing, Sam B? Joey is a furry. I know furry. Good to see you, man. But, if, you know, like, I'm really only mainly moving to Bedrock Edition with this world. Not for the new features. The new features are good. I love the new terrain, the new cliffs, all that kind of stuff. It's great. But it's mainly, I'd say, and that's a shower off. It's mainly, I'd say, for people like my friends like Sam B and Axo and you know, yourself and Rick Souls and many other people that can now officially join us once we get to Bedrock Edition in just 7 days time. But that's the main reason why I'm really want to move to it, because it's that's just it. I personally, beforehand, I wasn't really that interested, so it was one of those things. It wasn't until recently that I went, you know what, hey, you know, we've been working on this world for so long, the world is entirely basically finished, because like we had a goal from the get-go to mine all the natural resources. Our goal from episode 1 on the previous version of the world, which was season 1 as we call it, our goal was always just to mine every single resource, you know, all the natural sand, gravel, clay, whatever you might name it, all those kind of things. And we've to an extent done that, I'd say. But it's got to a point where people are just bored. You know, it's the world's about 1,000 by 1,000 blocks. Every bit of land has been taken up by somebody. You can't build new islands because it's against the rules. You can live under the ocean. You can live, and they're back in the shower. It's got dang. You're very limited. So that's the point. That's why moving to Bedrock Edition is very important for us, because it gives players that freedom, that extra space, that new terrain to explore. It's just something fresh. Either we have two options right now currently, at least as far as I see it. It's either we move to Bedrock Edition with this world and start kind of like a new journey with it, or we don't and we start a brand new world on Legacy Edition, which personally I've invested far too much time and effort into the Hyperion world and the Atlas worlds to try and pick between them both again or make a new one. So I'd rather just move my Atlas City or my Atlas Island world, the one that you're talking about, just to Bedrock Edition. So for that reason. How you doing, Sam? Hey, I'm a good friend. Yes, you are, Sam. Yes, you are. But good question.
Joe is not a furry, just so everyone knows. That comment is null.
It is very null. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. Definitely not. You know, I can prove it right now. You know, give me just a second. Let me just give me a minute.
Just ignore his avatar. His avatar.
That's what I was about to do. Shh. I was trying to get the avatar to change. God dang it! I was gonna turn off my camera and then change my actual my actual thing, my photo, because right now it's currently just me. Well, I can show you all like this. It's like this. So I was going to change it from that to something else. You're saying it's just that continuous. It's no good, you know. Oh, good, nice, beautiful cup of tea. And what have you got to drink? Anything? Alcohol,
water,
tea, coffee, water, petrol, water. Okay, that's not too bad. If you said the last one, I would have been a little bit more like, "Wow," you're saying, like, you know, it is what it is. Petrol. Oh, is that nice? You say. Oh, gets me going. That's what it is. Everybody needs their bit of fuel. God dang. So, yeah, I mean, what are your plans for the future with this show, with everything like that? Because I was very surprised to see, and I was very saddened to see that you have not made that many episodes since I came on. The last time I came on 4 months ago, we made obviously episode 1. Yes. Was it episode 1? It was episode 1 of your show. And then now 4 months later, we're on episode 3. What has happened? You're
So
almost as bad as the
I've
Forgotten Podcast.
I've the real world, I guess, has happened. I've had
What's
to.
that? I've never heard of that. You're saying real
I've
world.
I've had to work a lot more right now. Um, just been going through a lot. So
What do you do for work? If you don't mind me asking,
I work at Walmart.
is it good? Like, do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Do you ever have any like mad stories? I'm sure because it's like I've heard that working in retail, right? Or is it
Yes.
is that what you call it? Retail? Yeah,
Yes, yeah, it's
yeah.
retail. So
Uh,
I have
sorry.
speaking of which, I have one really crazy story. So
Right.
I was working the self-checkouts and I
Mm-hmm.
was putting in a customer's ID and then all of a sudden so we have like the second busiest store in the country. But all of the sudden, right in front of the hair salon, a woman just runs up, says it's my birthday and starts twerking.
In the
Well,
store, just
yes, just ran, and then she kept screaming, "It's my birthday." Well, apparently she was intoxicated,
really, I wouldn't have been able to tell. You say woman just starts twerking in front of the hair salon. It's my
and
birthday. Like, yeah, she's normal. It's fine. It's all good. Happens all the time.
and her son was high, and
Oh God.
she had just previously gone up to one of the registers and told the man that she was purchasing the alcohol for her son who was underage, and the guy still sold it to her.
Oh, that's no good. Did he get fired?
Yes,
Because I
yes,
was
he
gonna say,
did.
I'd imagine. Yeah, I'd imagine because that's not allowed. You're saying like, God dang.
That's
Oh
like a
my God.
minimal. That's like a minimal $500 fine. Minimal.
That. Oh, wait, you actually get fined as opposed to just getting fired?
You get fined, fired, and you have to appear in court.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Well, yeah, I would think the court one. Yeah, I definitely would 100% think that. But I mean, so what were you doing at this point in time?
At this point in time, I was over at the self checkouts. So there are two different sections of the store, but I was putting in somebody's ID so they could purchase alcohol. And I
Right.
was right in front of the hair salon, and I just look up and I see a woman just twerking out of nowhere, and I'm like, I did not want to see that.
Keep it going. You
Um,
must like no, no. Like sorry. God
and
dang.
then
Don't stop. Like sorry, no.
apparently a customer had gotten a video of it, well, a partial video of what had happened before she started twerking, because when she started twerking, they cut off the camera.
Oh, why would you do
But
that? You say
but
best part.
the customer sent me the video. So I have the video, but it's on my phone.
You gotta upload it to your channel. You gotta upload it to your channel, man. That's a highlight. You know what I'm saying? Make a YouTube short. You get millions of views. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. That's how it is. Oh, it's not too bad then. But I mean, so you enjoy your work? You enjoy working retail? I mean, have you had any
Yeah,
really bad experiences? 'Cause I've heard that working retail, it can be enjoyable, but for some, they say that one of the biggest reasons why people do dislike it is because of the customers. You have some horrible people that just don't understand that you're a person as well. You just this is where you work, you know. So have you had any
yeah.
really bad experiences like customers or anything like that, or have you
Um,
mostly been good?
for the most part, I've been good. Now there have been like outliers. Say they're customers that are more aggressive than others, I guess you'd say. Like
Yeah.
I was working self checkout one day, and there was a customer that was just off the wall rude. I walk up because on the handheld device that we have, it lets us know if there's any problems with the register or whatever.
Right.
And it said that there was a recalled item that this woman had just scanned. Well, I go over there and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, it appears that there is a recalled item on your order." And you know how she responds?
How?
I know what it was. It was this box here. And I was like, "Ma'am, it would not be the box because that would just tell you to scan the other barcode because the box, so it's basically a box of 12 ramen noodles or ramen
Right.
in a cup or whatever
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
called.
No. Yeah. Noodles. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to scan each individual one and not the box. because people just pick up the
Oh,
box of the 12 of them off
I
the
know what you
shelf.
mean. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's you guys put them on the shelf. It's 12. You're not. You can take the box because I mean I'm sure you guys don't really care,
yeah,
but it's you still have to scan. You don't just scan the bloody box. You still have to scan them individually. But like
yes,
you can take that. It's whatever. It's a bit
and
cardboard.
she's like, I know what it was. It was this box, and I was like, I still have to get this flag off of here, ma'am. And she's like, it was the box, and I was like, no, it wasn't.
No,
So
you don't
then
understand.
at that point, I just walk away and get another associate to deal with it because I was about ready to blow my top because I am the nicest person you'll meet until you're like
Yeah.
rude to me.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and so I get her to go over there and she just gets the flag off of there, lets her buy the item. I was like, at that point, not to be rude or anything, but I was like, I kind of hope whatever that recall was kills her.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's. I think, like you said, you know, you've always been a very polite person, from my understanding, from speaking to you. I think everybody should be like that. You know, be polite. You know, treat people the way you want to be treated. That's the way I was raised. Where it's like, don't just be rude to people, especially if they're trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you came across this woman, you say, "Excuse me, ma'am, is it possible? You know, if we rescan this, you made a mistake, whatever. This issue, nothing bad. Not trying to make a scene." And then she's like, "I know what it is. Let me do it. I know what
Yeah.
I'm doing." Like, no, no. If you knew what it was, I wouldn't be here, right? Like, this is what I do.
And
Let me do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
yes, and as I was walking away, she said something that made me even more angry. She's like, I
Eat
worked
my
too
ass.
hard all day for I'm like
Sorry. Yeah, I just
she's like
that would be shocking. No,
she
no.
said I worked I worked too hard all day for my money. Ain't nothing I can't buy. And I
But she's a
was
stripper at like some whorehouse. Like that's not anybody's business. Like I mean, okay, good for her. She flings her ass around, all right. Like okay, like it doesn't have to bug you. You know, like
uh,
I work too hard for my money. Like, bitch, what do you do? You're in here buying noodles. Like, what do you want? A badge? Like, do you expect like all the employees to come out? Oh my god, you're buying noodles! Yes, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's what does she expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, I work too hard for my money. Like, how much do they even cost? Noodles are very cheap, aren't they? Like, I don't know
yeah,
about
they're
the cup noodles.
like 98 cents
So
a thing.
she's paid like maybe what like a couple dollars, and she's I work too hard for my money. Like, okay, like you probably just found that money outside. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, come on, it's change. It's just change. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yeah.
god. But no, that's not good, man. That's not good. Has there been any times where you've witnessed fights in the store or anything like that? Like
So there
any
was
sort of crazy stuff?
I never witnessed it, but there was a fight when I was on the clock, and it was by the
Right.
front door. So this dude, he did nothing wrong. I swear he did absolutely nothing wrong. He just walked by and complimented this dude's girlfriend on her hair because that's what people do. They compliment other people.
Well,
And,
I
and
mean,
I mean, in his defense, okay, it's not obvious that they're a couple.
yeah, yeah. That's what I
And
was gonna say. Yeah, that would
yeah,
if that was obvious, then I'd see the issue.
and they were just outside the front door.
Uh
So this dude was in his truck
huh. Mm-hmm.
and or they were getting in their vehicle. And this dude just jumps out of his truck and says, "Why don't you go ahead and fight me?" And I was like,
You complimenting my woman, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like it's just like
"Is that really
okay,
necessary?"
yeah. Like do you want me to insult her? Like oh she's ugly. Like oh yeah, thanks bro. See you later, man. Have a nice night. Like what kind of fucking logic is that? Like if you compliment his woman, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not even like that sounds so like it's so objective. Like his woman, like it's like, but it's like complimenting her is like not exactly an insult. It'd be different if you walked up, grabbed her ass, and went, oh ho ho, oh, you got it pretty nice. It's like, then it's like okay, now we have an issue, right? But if you just say nice
Yeah.
hair, like it's a bit weird. Like I wouldn't walk up to a woman, and be, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sorry, Bolly, I love your hair, smells lovely. Like it's whoa, like now we've got some issues.
Well,
This is kind of weird.
so it was she didn't have a normal hairstyle is what it was.
Was she bald?
No, she wasn't bald, but she had like a unique braid. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not like everyone has that. It's just like one in a million chance you'd see it, I guess.
It's equivalent of seeing a unicorn. It's this woman's braid for her hair. Like, oh my god, it's so lovely. I have to compliment it. Like, it's like, oh god,
I don't
god's
know.
eye.
He complimented her and then almost got in a fight because of it.
That'd be an
And
interesting story to tell. Goes back
so
home, beaten up and in blood.
have you seen the movie Pitch Perfect?
I've heard of it, never seen it.
So in the movie, there's this thing called a riff off where they
Right.
sing back and forth. We had that happen a couple of weeks ago in the front of the store. So two groups of customers were singing happy birthday, but they were like riffing it.
Right.
And it was the entire front end of this. Like you could hear it in the back of the store. That's how loud they were. It was like happy birthday to you, and then it was just back and
The
forth.
other end. Yeah, yeah, the other end
Yeah,
coming in and doing it. God dang. Hey
and
Joe, how's your
like
day been? What's up, Clay? Sup, sorry.
so in the back of the store after that ends, I start hearing people yell Marco Polo,
Oh my
and I
god.
was like, "Is it a full moon? What is this?"
All the degenerates are coming out of their houses. You know what I'm saying? They're in here. God damn, man. I see. I know. I don't know if I could do retail, man. Like for me, I'm a plate guy, but at the end of the day, I don't like people telling me what to do. I don't mind it. You know, I can take if somebody says, "Hey, do you mind doing that?" Like, yeah, of course. But I couldn't be bothered with it. Like you said, what you had experienced, a woman being rude to me. If someone was rude to me, I'd be like, "Yeah, is that right? Is that how you want to be?" Is it? Yeah, yeah. Why don't you just come with me? You know what I'm saying? We'll just go to the back. You know what I'm saying? There's something in the back I need to show you. You know what I'm saying? Just come where the cameras can't see us. Just back here, just in the back. Just look, see that big crate over there. You know what I'm saying? Just start. Oh, I kick off. I couldn't deal with it. Like I just couldn't deal with people trying to be ignorant, you know what I'm saying, and just trying to be rude. It's like just I've never been like that myself to people. Like I've went to stores and it's I hate having to ask for help from a store employee. Like when it comes down to it, like if you have to say, excuse me, do you know where such and such is? I'm always very polite, very chill, very nice because I know at the end of the day, like why be rude to these people? They're just trying to do their jobs like anybody else. And at the end of the day, if you're often polite to them, they'll be polite to you. And if you're looking for something or you need help with something, I mean, they don't mind doing it as long as you aren't an asshole about it. Excuse the language.
Well, that's just like how Walmart is not 24 hours anymore. We close at
Right.
11 o'clock at night. Well, the registers have to shut down at 10:45 so that they can drop the tills and get off at 11. Most of them get off at 11 or 12. So we'll have customers after we close all the registers walk
Mm-hmm.
by, and then they'll come up to us and they'll be like, "Can y'all just open a couple of these registers to get us out?" And I was like, "No, we close at 11 and all of the registers close at 10:45 because that's the scheduled time to close the registers."
Oh, right, yeah.
And
What? Sorry, Colin, but so if somebody is purchasing something, like say they're still browsing the store, I'm guessing you do say, like, say at
yeah,
10:30, like you put an
so
announcement, hey, 50 minutes,
yes.
we're closing, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so we close the registers at 10:45, but the self-checkouts stay open until like midnight
Oh, okay, I got
because
that right. Okay, I thought you meant like
yes,
they were
and
just I thought you
no,
the way that
no.
you were wording it for me, I thought that you meant like once that's shut, like it doesn't matter if they're still browsing, like they have all the things that they come to the counter with all their possessions, all the things they're going to buy, and then all of a sudden they get told, no, no, you need to go put that back. We shut in we shut in 15 minutes, but all everything's shut. You can't even pay for it. You're saying I was gonna say, oh god, I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, how? What the? What you say? But no, I mean I get that.
Yes,
The self
but
checkouts there,
like
that's different.
and they'll make comments like um let's see, this one guy said, I work all day and don't get paid to ring up my own groceries." Well, you don't get paid to go grocery shopping either, but you still
No,
do it.
yeah, yeah. It's one of those things that's kind of a redundant thing to say. I don't get paid to ring up my own groceries. Like, okay, what do you want a badge? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
come on,
and
now.
so like I'll have and we had a coin shortage a couple weeks back, and all of the self-checkouts were in card only mode.
Right.
So we've had customers that'll walk by and they'll be like, "Well, why can't we use cash? Because we're in a coin short." Like I did it politely. I was like, "I'm
Mm.
sorry, but we're in a coin shortage. They're all in card only mode right now because all of the cash and the change has to go to the registers."
Yeah, yeah,
And I had this one customer say something about it to me that was kind of like a snarky comment, and I was like, "You can go file a complaint with the manager, but
yeah,
I just work here."
yeah, yeah. Oh man, nah, frick that, man. I couldn't deal with that. Like I said, it's one of those things. Like I know, it wouldn't be my cup of tea. I can't lie. Sorry, just reading the chat here. We got one from Samby. He says, George, we have called you Clay for more than a year. Hard to get used to it. Yeah, my apologies, George. As again, we're so used to saying Clay. How you guys doing, by the way? Thanks for joining the Dragon's podcast here, of course, and whatnot. It's great to have you guys here. Hope you guys on a great night. Yeah, welcome indeed. So, anything else you want to speak about? Well, I know you said you had a few different topic kind of discussions, like things to kind of use as like a bounce off.
We could go back into conspiracy theories.
Oh, I don't know if we got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Conspiracy theories are a whole nother kettle of fish. I'm saying. I don't really have any even off the top of my head. What how about this? What are your plans for the future of your channel and the podcast? We're talking about that there. That's how we got into retail. You know, I asked how is it taking you so long to get new episodes out. I mean, what is your plan for this podcast, for this channel?
I kind of want to grow it. I'm not necessarily worried about the subscribers and all of that. I do this because this is what I like to do. I honestly couldn't care less if I had 20 subscribers versus 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter to me either way. Yeah. And I'm grateful that both George and Sam are in here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I beyond grateful for that. You guys wanted to come and watch. I'm assuming Catmanjoe over here, this beautiful face.
Well, I wouldn't use words beautiful. I'd say handsome, right? But like, I mean, maybe not just beautiful. I know, but yo, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? No, it's that's man. It's good to be back on. You know what I'm saying? It's been a hot minute, man. I feel bad though because I said you're not been pushing out as many podcasts as you once were. Yes. Obviously, of course, with before. And I hope you get back too, man. I really do. I hope you kind of like try and push out more. What would be your schedule for podcasts? Like once a month because you're quite busy and whatnot.
I'm off on Sundays and Mondays, so it would be one of those 2 days when I would post a podcast episode.
I get you.
And I'm off every Sunday and Monday. I just happened to be off this whole week. So I got to do it today.
Well, there you go.
It's just when I work throughout the week, I work second shift, so I don't get off until like 11 o'clock at night when most people are going to sleep.
Right.
And I'm sure you're just waking up at that point because that's like.
Well, what time? It was 11. You said.
Yes, and that's like 3 or 4 in the morning.
11 o'clock at night for you would be about, because what time is it for you right now? It must be about, I'm going to presume 1 o'clock or 3.
It is 3:14.
3. So I'm 5 hours ahead, right? So if it was 11, that'd be 5 a.m. Or no, 4 a.m. Excuse me, 4 a.m. 4. So yeah, 4. I'd still be awake. But only for like about another 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. But god dang, man. But no, I mean, do you have other guests planned out for the show or anything like that? Or are you just doing it at your own pace, kind of doing what you want to do?
I'm working on that. So I've gotten you on the show, and then obviously I think you saw the other episode where I got Vixen and Doll on the show.
Yeah.
And Doll 147 and Vixen. So I've been a part of their content creator group for a while now.
Right.
It's been, Lord, I think 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it started off with TikTok.
Oh, really?
And we've kind of spread out to YouTube, Fireworks, I think this is what it's called. An app called Likey, which is it's just like TikTok but lesser.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just not as popular.
Yeah. And some people that go from TikTok to Likey, they're like, it's so much better. And then they go from Likey to TikTok. They're like, well, this is so much better. It's just your preferences on how the platform's laid out.
I get you, man. Clay right now is saying, me and Dragin are in the same time zone. Well, that's sort of cool. So there you go right there.
Yeah, I'm EST.
There you go. And Sam B says, I was here before the announcement. Good man. Thank you, Sam. God damn it. I got to ask, what's your opinion on TFP, man? You know, since the return of it, we're on a podcast here right now. We might as well speak about other podcast stuff. I don't want to feel like I'm shilling it too much. I'm very proud of it, being working hard. Yeah, but no, it's we've returned back after a massive delay, 4 months. It was multiple months, so basically a year. We've got 4 concurrent episodes now out every single Saturday. We're pushing out new episodes. We're planning out new things for it. We got a Discord. I mean, you joined that last night. Thank you again for that. It was really appreciated. We have a Discord now. We've got a Facebook page now. We've got the Instagram, the Twitter all back and running. We got so many of the socials working, and it's great, man. So I mean, I know we've really been really working hard on it, obviously, man. It's that in partial as well, thanks to you, because it's thanks to StreamYard. If I had never met you and I never came on your show, I would never have heard about StreamYard, probably, at least, or maybe not, at least right away, probably not until the distant future. You never know. I don't know. Probably never even, right?
Yeah.
So if I had never heard about StreamYard, we wouldn't be able to get the guests on that we've currently had on. Such as Lockdot, or Rocky TV, or any of the people that we're planning getting on. It's really been really, really, really incredible. Excuse me. So yeah,
Well,
man. Let me see.
and the cool thing about StreamYards is you can have up to 10 people on the table. So like
Yeah,
say if you were doing like a big streaming, like you were gaming or whatever, you
yeah,
could, and you were doing it with like a party of 8 other people, you could have them all on the table.
yeah. But that's what's so good about it. You can have up to 10 people here. You can make it, I think, up to 16 if you extend the payment. I don't know if you know exactly. I think it's 16 or more, something like that. It's a lot more. It's a
I
lot more
think so.
people. Yeah, and I mean that I actually plan on using that because I've got another podcast I want to start up, and I'd love to have you on as a guest sometime at some point in the future or something like that. But I've got my own podcast getting started soon called Catcast, and it's something that I think I spoke to you about way back when I last came on your show.
Yes.
And Catcast is it's not been started. We've had it in the back. I've had it in the background. Just something is like I've been wanting to do, but I've not grown to doing it for. I'd say it's been just months and months and months and months and months. And now I'm finally getting around to doing it. Just today, in fact, we got the entire channel all fully set up and all ready to rock and roll. At least I did. I've had a very busy day, so I was doing that. And I actually plan on potentially either tonight or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, recording the first episode of it, which is going to be very exciting. Talking about, I think it's going to be us talking about 1.18 and our expectations for it, our hopes for it, and our opinions on what we hope the next update is going to be beyond 1.19 and the future of Minecraft, really. And then hopefully we'll do another episode talking about our opinions on how they've changed since release of 1.18, because there always seems to be a massive kind of influx of people being like, I liked it, I disliked it, etc. When the new update comes out. So it'll be very interesting, I can't lie. And then we're going to move on to other projects. We're going to speak about other things, but it's going to be a 10 people podcast with more people being a part of it piece by piece.
And that's basically what content creation is, in a sense, building upon what you already have.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's mostly built up of the smaller communities. Now there are larger streamers like Ninja or Dan TDM, which
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people know who they are because they're bigger people. But what people don't see is the smaller groups that build up the communities.
Yeah, like there's like it's like a river, right? Like people look at a river and they go, "Wow, that's beautiful." You know what I'm saying? But they don't notice all the little streams that feed into it. If it wasn't for those little streams, the river wouldn't be there at all, or the river wouldn't be as big as it was. There's always little streams, and that's what I love about, like, for example, Minecraft. It's always got so many little streams or little sub communities within it, whether it be the tutorial community, the Let's Play community, the speedrunning community, the glitch community, the C showcase communities. There's multiple different ones with different content creators in them that are running those communities at the forefront, the news communities, etc. And I participate in a lot of them, role playing, etc. Everything. And it's very fascinating because there's so many different things, and it's all feeds into the one major, which is obviously, of course, like the main singular community, which is Minecraft. And that's why I love my community, for example, because we are part of many different ones, seed showcases, etc. We've done a lot of different things.
Yeah, and with Minecraft, there's, like you said, there's a lot of different sub communities,
Yeah,
and a lot of that is built off. It's basically branching. So, say
yeah,
every time they
exactly.
add a new feature, there's going to be somebody who likes to do that a lot more than other people.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. I mean, the communities that I can tell you off the bat that I know of, for example, the role playing Minecraft community, that was quite substantial. Let's Plays, of course, Stampy Cat. Like, I mean, if we're looking at people that are like in charge of these communities, you could say, like, all right, the role playing community in Minecraft, that at one point was, I would say, being forefronted by people like Sam Gladiator. The Let's Play community at one point, it was, I'd say undoubtedly Stampy Cat, right?
Yeah.
The glitch community is kind of differ quite a lot from people that are running it. Nowadays, I don't even know who'd be like the top person for glitches, but there's many different ones. Seed Showcase is easily Minecraft and Chill. Minecraft and Chill is a friend of mine, personal friend. He's got almost 150k. He's just forefront in the Seed Showcase community and taking it in ways that no one could ever have imagined. And then you've got things like the news Minecraft community. I'd say people on top of that are Echo X Soldier, definitely, somewhat Skippy Six Gaming, Stealth a little bit. I'd say Echo is probably the top of his game when it comes into that currently. And it's interesting. We have all these different Minecraft communities that are out there that are just all feeding into each other. Bowling communities, there's multiple different Minecraft boulders. Too many to count. Too many to name, and same with everything. It's interesting. The modding community, the command community. Dan, I'd say like what's his name? Especially Dan VIP, man, it's not that. I'd say Dacon Black Rose, he was like one of the main community members and one of the main people. I'd say one of the pillars for Minecraft commands and command tutorials and whatnot. And like Forge Logical, he probably is one of the main Minecraft add-on kind of content creators there is. And there's just so many. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. There's all these different sub communities. It's fantastic.
And one really big sub community I'd say is Redstone.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's because there's so many different things you can do with it. I literally watched a video the other day. Somebody made a working computer in Minecraft.
It's mad. You got people like Mumbo Jumbo, those are like easily the top of their community when it comes down to things like that. And it's phenomenal. It's honestly perplexing to see what people can do with Redstone. But that's what I'm saying. Minecraft, that's what keeps games like Minecraft alive. Minecraft isn't like a game like Call of Duty, for example. Call of Duty's alive to this day only because of the factor that there's a new game every year. That's the only thing that keeps Call of Duties and people like Call of Duty as a franchise
Yeah.
fresh in people's minds, because as people get older, the younger kids start to get into Call of Duty and they forget the old CODs, and as the old COD players get older, they start to realize how bad the new CODs are to an extent, and it's a continuous cycle. They've done it for the past, it feels like 20 years, but it's probably about 10 or maybe 15. Inherently, and that's what's, but unlike with Call of Duty, that's what I'm saying, like with Minecraft, you have all these sub communities, and that's what makes Minecraft the biggest game in the world, because it's just so many things feeding into it. Which is it's phenomenal. Sambi says, "Could you wait? Sorry, could you leak who's going to be the content, or who's going to be doing the Catcast episode, or who's going to be, I'm guessing, in Catcast episode?" For me, I can't really personally say. I'm not really fully personally decided. I want to see who's going to be able to be there. I don't know if I'll do it tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I want to make sure we can get everybody ahead of time told what we're going to do. But I'd love to have Hilo there 100%. Yourself as well if you want to be there, and many other people, of course. But it's all about mic quality and how we want to do it. So yeah, I'm planning on having a lot of people there. Xavier,
We
etc.
we can definitely assume that El Presidente CMJ will be there.
Yes, El Presidente. I'm saying, I gotta love it. I love that name. It's my favorite name on the StreamYards. It's phenomenal.
So while we're on the topic of other games, if we look at the Elder Scrolls franchise with how they've progressed over the years, I know they started out with, what was the first Elder Scrolls? I'm big into the Elder Scrolls series, but the last one I played, the farthest one back is Morrowind.
Right. I've never played any Elder Scroll games.
So Skyrim is a big one that a lot of people know of, but even if you haven't played it, you've heard of it.
Yeah, of course, of course. Who
Um,
hasn't?
let's see. So there's um I currently am big into Skyrim, and the reason why
Right.
it's so big is because, a lot like Minecraft, there's a huge modding community,
Mm-hmm.
and the game in itself is basically endless. You can play for hours on end and still not be done with the whole thing because there's so many different quests.
Yeah, well, I've been
Um,
told that before. Like, there's not like it's not like it's a generic campaign that maybe ends after 20 hours of playtime. There's just there's it's almost like infinite amounts of like more what's it story missions and side missions that you can play on and do.
yes, and they just recently came out with a new DLC for the anniversary edition that adds well over 20,000 hours of playtime
Oh wow,
on top of what it already has.
Jesus, that is substantial.
It's insane how much they've added to it, and I'm really wishing they would hurry up and come out with Elder Scrolls 6 because they keep pushing it back. At first, it was supposed to be out this year, then they pushed it back to 2024. So,
Why do you think they're pushing it back?
it's they're working on other projects, and that one's just taking a long time because with every Elder Scrolls game that comes out, the graphics
Yes,
get
bigger.
so much more detailed.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say, I mean, they probably are delaying it because it's kind of like they're trying to make it the best one ever. You know, it's like with many games. I mean, I wouldn't. This Bethesda make Elder Scrolls, don't they?
Yeah, and Bethesda
Yeah,
just got bought out by Microsoft not too long ago.
that's true. That's true. That's true. I was going to say Bethesda with Fallout 76 doesn't have the best track record, but I will say they do have some phenomenal game franchises. I mean, Bethesda has, I think, is it, what's it, BioShock? Is that Bethesda? No, I don't think that's Bethesda. But there's, it's not. There's Fallout though. They've got Fallout. They've obviously, of course, got, you know, again, Elder Scrolls. They've got a good few like good kind of franchises that if they work with them well enough, could be very successful for future games.
Now,
Be quite interesting.
Fallout 76 at first was
A
I'm gonna
flop.
say
It was bad.
garbage. Yeah,
Yeah, but
it
it's
was
got better.
bad.
I know that.
Yes, they once I think it was after Microsoft bought them out, they fixed it.
Did they?
Yes,
Was
so
that like afterwards?
yeah, I think it was after that because they bought them out back in November of last year.
That's right.
And that's around when they started doing all of those updates to it. So
What do you think of the new Halo? Have you? I know it's
I I
unrelated. It's just
have
Microsoft.
I haven't played the new Halo, um,
You're
but
missing out.
I've heard that it's good.
Oh man, it's free. It's free. It's free. You can get it for free. It's free. It's incredible. I'm a fanboy. I've not even played it myself, but I've seen gameplay of it, and dude, it's amazing. Halo's back, and I'm so happy for it. Battlefield, the new Battlefield, from what I've heard, is really bad.
But
The new Call of Duty isn't top tier, but it's good to see Halo.
but the new Halo is not the OG Halo. It'll never be the OG Halo.
Well, I mean, is that a bad thing? I mean, subjectively, I like the I like the old school Halos. I never played Halo 1 or Halo 2. Sadly, I did play Halo Combat Evolved, which was Halo 1, but I played the remastered variant, which was like I know it's the anniversary one. That's one I played.
Yeah.
But Halo 3 I played, Halo 3 DST, Halo Reach, Halo 4. I've got them just behind me, just down there a little bit, and I love them. I love those games, and you know, Bungie was the best, and I loved Halo back then. But in all fairness, Halo 5 was trash. Halo 4 wasn't great. The campaign was meh. The Forge was horrible. The multiplayer was apparently pretty bad, but I never really played that. And Halo 5 was just the worst. But with credit where it's due, Halo Wars 2 wasn't too bad, and then also now Halo Infinite. It's the multiplayer is free. They've listened to feedback from the community. It's actually really good. Like I'd suggest anybody and everybody listening play it and watch it or check it out. I've been watching Halo Infinite news and information about its release for like the past 2 years, and I've never played Halo 5. Nothing. I don't even have an Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X. Nothing. I only had Halo 4, and after that I was done with Halo. But I've been that committed to it because it looks that interesting. And the new Halo doesn't fall flat on its face. It's incredible. It's very interesting. And I personally myself want to play it. I'm probably gonna get it real soon, and then get it on my PC and play it on that. It looks good.
Now, for legal reasons, I'm going to say I am in no way associated with Microsoft, Bethesda.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course, yeah.
Or any other gaming thing.
No.
Yeah, I am not sponsored by them. I like their content in their games.
He's sponsored. Don't listen to him. He's lying. Sorry.
But just for legal reasons, I thought I'd say that.
Yeah, just in case, just for legal reasons. That's what it is. 100%. There's Catman Dad. One second, guys. One second.
Dad?
1 second.
Oh, thank you, George. I really appreciate that.
All right, sorry about that. Hello, sorry about that. That's me back. My apologies.
How's Catman Dad?
Sorry, Catman Dad was just speaking to me with some soup. Come to my breakfast. He's great. He's great. He's good. Just been pointing about working on his own channel, which is going good. We're just trying to get a bunch of channels worked on right now at the minute. It's been quite crazy actually. So yeah,
I
but
should
no, yes, I'm
probably
sorry, go ahead.
I should probably make another channel and just move all of my streaming to that channel.
Be an interesting concept. I think it depends. If you think that'd be right and then you think it'd be a good idea, yeah, you should. You know what I'm saying? If you think it'd be a
But I
smart idea,
mean,
have this one as your podcast.
for right now though, I'm just gonna like do like playlists. So like I'll have a playlist of all my podcasts, and then I'll have my streaming playlist. And I'm kind of
Yeah,
working on that. I made the podcast playlist today, so I'll put
well, that's
everything else
good.
in there.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. Well, I mean, who do you plan on getting on the show next after me?
Um, I don't know. Hey Sam, you want to come on?
There you go. You're saying there's Sam. God damn. I'd recommend hitting up some of my buds. Mass Cynic. Curious Apple. He's a 2K sub YouTuber. He's the co-host of the Forgotten Podcast. He probably want to come on. We're always trying to get on to help promote the podcast and also as well just to enjoy ourselves. So yeah, man, it'd definitely be an interesting concept.
Yeah.
100%, 100%, bro. So well, yeah, man. I think we've chatted about everything we were want to chat about here. Wait, let me see. I'm just reading the chat. Did I miss anything?
So George said that he subscribed to me.
Good man. Good man.
Yes.
That's what it is. So what's your plans for tonight after this?
Um, make some dinner and then play some either Minecraft or Skyrim.
Not too bad. Work tomorrow?
No, I am off until Friday.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Well, I hope you have a good time off. You know what I'm saying, man? I hope you enjoy your gaming, and I hope it just ends up being chill, man. What are you going to have for dinner?
Um, I might make some French fries and I don't know, cook some meat of sorts.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I personally, myself, I'm not even having my breakfast. I'm not anything. It's 8:30 at night for me. So for me personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some toast. That's why I was at the shop for. I was getting some ham. Could have some ham on toast, some toasties, and I'm going to get some soup, and that'll be me. I'm going to have that and then go live on Twitch for a little bit. Maybe do that and see how the night takes me.
All right, I'll definitely join you.
Good man. Good man. It'll be a lot of fun. 100%.
And I'm after the stream. I'm going to put, or not after the after the
After
podcast.
the recording. Yeah. I get you. Yeah.
I'm
like
going
stream.
to put. Yeah, I'm going to link your Twitch in the description. I already have your account.
Yeah.
Your main, and then I have your podcast channel linked in the description.
It's greatly
So if
appreciated.
anybody is watching this after the fact, you should go check out Catmanjoe and the Forgotten Podcast.
He's right. You should listen to him. The man knows his stuff. Check it out. The Forgotten Podcast. It's down below in the description. It's great. You never know. You might see Dragin on there sometime. Never know, you have to say. But even that, with Catcast, you never know. Let me see. During the test. Wait, could you say? Of course, I could 100%, bro. 100%. But yeah, man. Well, thanks for having me on the show, bro. Again, man. It's my second time coming on. I hope there'll be a third. You know what I'm saying, bro? 100%, man.
Yeah.
Maybe next time with Mass Cynic. Maybe we could get, three of us in here. Me and my co-host, obviously, for my podcast, come on your podcast and get interviewed and have a good chat, man. Have a discussion.
Yeah, we could have a party.
There you go, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be top tier. He's got a camera. I've got a camera. You've got a camera. You got to get that set up, though. Promise.
Yes.
You got that set up for next time.
I've got to get
100%. 100% needs to be there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, thank you for having me on, bro. It's been a pleasure. Like last time, man, it was a pleasure again, bro. Honestly, man, I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I hope I was good company. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for being late.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You're fine. I've got nothing to do today, so.
Well, there you go. You said you was able to get it done. You say it's all good, Chief.
Yeah. Well, so everybody, this is El Presidente Catmanjoe.
Hey.
And it looks like it's getting close to time to get off. So, everybody, go check out his channel. Go check out the Forgotten Podcast. And after I link his Twitch into the description, go check that out. He's a phenomenal streamer. A phenomenal game player. He does tutorial videos. He does just a lot of cool content. Just check him out.
I agree with that message. Thank you. Definitely.
anything to say before you go?
Well, I guess don't do drugs and don't drop your headset. You're saying, what was that?
That was my headset.
I thought it was a headset. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this podcast. We hope you really did go to enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe to Dragin's YouTube channel. And if you have an extra second, you wouldn't mind being so delightful, so incredible, so wonderful, so fantastic, please do check out my channel, both my channels, The Forgotten Podcast, Catmanjoe, and also my Twitch. Be greatly appreciated. Love to see you there. I don't know, can't sign off. Well, you go ahead.
All right. That was Catmanjoe. I think I just cut him off mid-sentence. But go check him out. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for more of me and possibly more of him. You may see more of Catmanjoe later in another episode. You never know. All right. Signing off.